get ready for the day. Might brush my teeth. Although I kind of did it at like 1 a.m. I think I want to get some coffee before I brush my teeth and drink it. That way I can wash away the stain. So here soon we won't have a coffee tent. If somebody wants to come set up a new coffee tent, that would be cool. These guys were only supposed to be here for a little while, and then they ended up being here for 3 weeks. Oop. I dropped my stir stick. Alright, so we're going to set you guys up on a tripod here, and then we're going to grab us some caffeine / hot coffee. So getting some coffee. What's your guys' favorite creamer? What's your favorite creamer, if you don't mind me asking? What's your favorite creamer? What's your favorite type of creamer? Yeah, you do. It is cold this morning. I feel good. I feel refreshed. Oh, really? Yeah, I've been in my car for the beginning. Oh. Actually, I got like one of those. If you need an extra blanket or something,
somebody gave me a stove.
You
know that has the propane underneath it?
Yeah.
So what I can do is in my car, just turning it on and off.
Here and there. Well, at least you got your dog. It's a little extra heat.
Until he crawls out and then ruins all the blankets because I got to keep them tight.
Yeah. That's the little blanket ruiner.
Please don't do that. He's on everything.
What's your dog's name?
Buddy.
Buddy.
He's deaf. He's a rescue dog. Please don't
okay.
be on that.
So how do you get his attention when you want to hear him or when you want him to come?
Hand movements.
Hand movements.
You gotta get his attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or doing stuff like this just to tell him no. It's kind of cool.
Just a little tug. Yeah, my dog. Because I mean, you give your dogs food with your hands and treats, and you pet them and you give them love with your hands, so they actually pay quite a bit of attention to your hands. So like I've actually kind of did something similar with my dog, even though he's not deaf, but like I'll do like stuff like that, and I'll get him to sit. Like that's the sit command.
So how long have you been?
I joined with them in Dayton, Ohio, so I've been here with them since day one, but I haven't been with the Convoy since out of California. Like I said, I joined with them in Dayton, Ohio. So. I'm sorry?
I came on day 18 because I'm from Emmitsburg. I didn't think in my power to talk myself out of doing it.
Yeah, but you couldn't in good faith just not come? Same. I feel like it's now or never, like, we really have to make a change.
Did you turn on Rumble this morning?
What happened?
If you're going to be around, I'll show you. I pulled it up and it's like, I don't know, it seemed like it was all in code.
Really? Huh. I haven't. Anybody in chat, can you confirm? Is there anything going on with
How you doing?
Rumble? Hi, how are you? I'm Alex.
All right, I'm Steve. You a blogger?
I'm live stream. I'm live right now. Is that okay?
No, that's fine, man.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I'm going to try to talk to Brian or Mike about talking up on the stand sometime in the next couple days. I got a different angle that's going to bring the word to a lot of people. And as you're putting this out, that's beautiful, because I'm from mid-Florida, and I write in the paper. And there's a lot of people that live up in the woods. They don't have internet. They don't know how to use a computer. And all they're getting is ABC, NBC, and
Yes,
CBS.
sir.
So they're not hearing anything about, what's going on. So my angle is going to try to talk everybody, to
All the live streamers and stuff.
write in the papers and tell people what's going on still.
Yeah.
And I'm going to write in my paper, and we need to get it, this, I'm calling it a conflict. All right? This conflict is all about information. And that's the thing. The people that own the information own the conflict. So we got to turn the tables. And by doing it, you're doing a great job. We need to get it in print also.
Free the press so the press can free you.
There you go. Have a good day.
You too, sir.
Right.
Thank you.
So back to the Rumble. I don't know what's going on, but I just know that one of the ladies that was here that was staying, she left, and she sent me the Rumble link. And I just started Rumble, so I'm not familiar with what's going on. What I meant by codes is there's a lot of different links all came together in like one, and it was like a 360.
Oh, okay. Philippians 3:16. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me.
Yeah, but I'm just learning.
have faith.
So I'm just learning.
Sometimes, sometimes they just have network issues and stuff. They might have to just update.
Well, I'd like to show you later since you're familiar with using it. I've never really used it.
I don't really use Rumble. I set up an account just as a backup.
Same.
But with Dr. Malone coming here, actually, guys, go to my Rumble. It's MindPod, one word, and subscribe. I have 0 videos posted, so I apologize, but I am.
If they go out today, I might ride out with Mike and do a live stream. I haven't
Perfect.
been doing them because I don't want to invade everybody's space. Like, I think it's important to get their stories, but there's other stuff going around that sometimes maybe we shouldn't be taking.
Yeah, I try to be respectful and like, hey, I'm recording. Sometimes I forget because I haven't been doing this for years, but.
Right, but it's just walking by one person. You know what I'm saying? Like,
some people have gotten a little upset, but I think they understand that we need the coverage out here. So. There's the Patriot dog. His name's Buddy, right?
Yep.
Hey, Buddy.
He's been out here with me in the hammock since day.
Keeping you warm, helping keep you warm.
That's the best thing about animals.
Yes, sir.
Please stop peeing on it. He's got a skateboard.
Can I ask you a question? What's your opinion on breathing exercises?
I use them a lot.
You use breathing exercises a lot
For anxiety and
for anxiety. I find it very helpful.
it does.
Yeah, I feel like it lowers the blood pressure and
Garlic lowers your blood pressure.
I
Fresh
love garlic. Fresh garlic. Wow. I actually bought a garlic press and have been using fresh garlic on everything when I cook.
2 bulbs of garlic up there so I can pull off like when I feel my blood pressure get high. I'll just eat it.
Eat a little leaf of it. Yeah.
A leaf? No.
A whole bud. Really interesting. I haven't done that before. It keeps people what?
Away when you don't want to talk to them.
Oh yeah, the vampires. No, yeah. Today's message is breathing. I feel like I wouldn't say every day, but I've been trying to like hone in on a message every time I stream for long periods of time, and just today's message is breathing and relaxing and controlling our voice. When we get in debates with people over a lot of these issues, I think people's blood pressure naturally rises.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Do you think sometimes people have to or should step away and take a couple breaths and just recenter?
The world itself. When we started debating something or having an issue, and we just stopped right what we were doing and just walked away.
Mm-hmm.
Went back and sat in our heads and thought about
maybe pray on it, breathe on it, whatever you do.
Then come back and deal with it, because I've noticed a lot of stuff that's going on around us in the outside world, like the road rages and everything else.
Oh yeah.
People are not breathing. People are not taking the time because they're consistently either in fear or they have anxiety about this or that, and it's like instead of stopping to breathe, they're pulling out guns. They're just acting.
Yeah, it's impulsive reaction.
And that doesn't help anyone. That just always makes the situation worse. Because like in most of these shootings that people don't think about when you do that road rage, that's somebody's daughter, husband, brother, sister, and they've got other things going on. But sometimes I think that we as humans, it gets so stuck up in our own world and what's going on with us that the rest of it doesn't exist or we don't see it.
Kind of get tunnel vision due to like frustration. You know, it's funny you brought up road rage because, you know, in my opinion, like, okay, so like, let's say somebody cuts, let's theoretically say I have road rage, okay, theoretically, right? And somebody cuts me off. And let's say I'm angry at that person, right? That person probably has no idea that I'm angry, and they're probably just like listening to their music, and here you are, just mad as all heck. You know, some people scream. People are like, oh, you know, in their cars. And you know,
Like
don't let
people
control your emotions, right? Because we're at the driver wheel, not only of our semis and our four-wheelers, but we're in control of our own emotions and our own voice and our own breathing.
Yeah. That's a very good message for today. I think everybody needs to do that for a day.
Breathe, relax, and just humble themselves.
With the flow.
Yeah,
Let
have faith.
Right out, right.
Have a little hope. There is light at the end of the tunnel, guys. Okay.
There is. You just got to be patient, and nothing's going to be done in one day. You know, Rome wasn't built in one day. God didn't make the earth in one day.
Oh no! And with the checks and balances we have in this country, it's going to be a long haul. That's for sure.
We all knew that when we signed up for this, though.
Yes. Yes. And the people that have stuck around, which is quite a bit, know how important it is. You know.
Yeah. I'm here for my son and my grandkids.
Son of your grandkids.
My son died 5 days before my birthday, July 8th.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
My son died July 8th, 2021, 5 days before my birthday, on my sister's birthday, to fentanyl poison. So I'm here just a lot more than just the mandates needing to be lifted.
You're looking for, like, I think this is probably like a spiritual war. There's probably all different types of warfare going on right now, in my opinion, as far as like economic and stuff.
It's all connected, though.
Yeah, and you know
because I was locked up, you know, because of the coronavirus, you can't be around family, you can't do anything, so you're left to grieve alone.
You talk quiet, so I'm getting
sorry.
quiet, so people can hear you.
I'm sorry, but it's hard.
Gorilla Press says that you rock, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Good morning, Freedom Fox. Terry Burton, can you put your Rumble link in your YouTube description? Yeah, let me see if I can get a comment on that. Hold on.
Can you switch off your live real quick and go to your Rumble account and copy the link and then do it that way?
I don't know. I'm such a... Gorilla Press says that they lost their daughter due to similar issues. And like, I've lost friends that I've cut off friends that refuse to cut that kind of addiction out.
You have normal everyday parents. I mean, back in the day when we were growing up, there was nothing for a parent to go out on the weekend or whatever and experiment. Okay, nowadays these kids are doing the same thing. They're not coming back.
Yeah.
You know, they're experimenting and it's not like they're drug addicts.
Can I give you a hug?
Yes.
Roger wanted me to give you a hug, and I agree.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you guys.
No problem.
I haven't been on anybody's live. Number one, because of my teeth. Number two, I'm usually behind
I've
the camera.
got yellow teeth and crooked teeth. I don't care.
Behind the camera.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think it's great that you're telling people your story. You know, we see the open borders on the south, and then the very strict borders of the north, and you know, now Biden's giving away these safe smoking kits with crack pipes in them.
That really makes me just want to walk up to him and smack him upside the head like Medea and say, "What's wrong with you? What are you thinking? This is not going to make our country better. Isn't that what a president is supposed to do? Is make our country better, not?"
Well, I think our president should make America great again. I don't like the word better because that's part of Biden's speech.
Yeah.
Build back better.
Yeah. We haven't built back anything.
Excuse me while I go throw up.
I think stuff needs to be dismantled and redone because, truthfully, going state to state and trying to get legislatures, if you pay attention, even if you're the person that you want elected goes in, right? He's going to get stonewalled the minute he gets in office because there's so much rigmarole and stuff behind the scenes to go through that it sometimes feels like a losing battle.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, we're getting hurt on this side, but...
Sometimes it feels like a losing battle, but it's because it takes so long.
Yeah.
Right? You know, it's kind of like a relationship. There's highs and lows.
Yeah.
Right? And if you're not around for the lows, you can't appreciate the highs.
Right.
Right? So if you can get through those lulls, we can appreciate what happens when we accomplish our mission. Because I'm not taking no for an answer, right? I'm demanding accountability, and I'm demanding that the Emergency Powers Act gets ended.
Yeah, because with the Emergencies Act enacted, it's pretty much no different than Canada.
It's pretty much no different than Canada, you said? Okay, can you speak up?
Sorry. It's because I'm not aware of what I can say and what I can't say.
Oh, that's fine. I don't care. I'll say it. Vaccine, vaccine, vaccine.
Oh, here we go.
It's my channel. If I get striked, it's okay.
What was I saying? I'm sorry, I lost.
I don't know. What were you saying?
You got doggies playing.
Oh, okay,
No, but
okay.
I want something to be done. I'd like accountability.
Of course. This is funny. What were we talking about? I forget. It doesn't matter. This is awesome. Vaccine, vaccine.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Uh-oh. The sniffing. The sniffing begins. Well, they're like the same size. It's awesome. Oh, hey.
Rescue dogs, too. That
Oh,
one's a
hey.
rescue too.
Have they met before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Mike. How are you?
Good, buddy.
Good. I'm the red Cadillac,
Well,
remember?
Your girlfriend, was your girl with you that one day?
No, I don't have a
I've
girlfriend.
been
She's just a
I've
friend.
been with a guy the head guy that runs the trucks.
Yeah?
The big guy with the lights.
Yeah?
He said, "Yeah, get him out of here." I didn't know he was fucking around, but he scared me. He sounded serious. And the girl was with him, come up later on, she started crying.
Wait, who?
I don't know, he was a guy that looked kind of like you. And,
I think that was Ricky. Yeah.
And he was going around with him, but he sounded so serious, he's knocked me. I thought he was serious.
So this guy was
and the-
messing with him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But then the girl thought he was serious.
Mm.
She come up, you know, she was like Alex. He was like, you know.
Well, White Lightning got kicked out for getting overzealous and trying to kick other people out.
Right.
And
That's the way he is. He's just his personality. He sounds like he's
No, dude.
serious. When
Guess what? I was that person he tried kicking out, and I have footage of it. And he threatened to break my camera. He
did
threatened
he?
to press charges on. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was you. I thought it was
Alex
somebody
Glasgow.
else.
Glasgow.
I thought it was
It's the
some
first
weirdo.
name on the top left on that board up there. If you
I
have
thought it
problems
was some
finding it.
weirdo he tried to kick out.
What's that?
I thought it was some weirdo.
No, I'm not a weirdo.
Oh, I know.
No, yeah, it's because I was trying to educate myself on attorneys, and he thought he felt uncomfortable.
Doing great. How are you?
Doing all right.
That's good. I'm gonna go see breakfast.
Oh, I gotta grab my
Alright,
coffee. See you, Mike. Oh, hi, buddy. Oh my goodness, he a cutie. Hey, somebody forgot their coffee. Is that your coffee? Okay. There's Jersey Jay getting ready. He's got my umbrella. I was looking for him last night when it was raining, but I was like, all right, that's cool. I was doing stuff on my laptop all day yesterday, and I let him borrow my umbrella.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna set you guys down over here and grab some coffee. Well, I'll set you up over here. Hug a friend, increase herd immunity. Hug a friend, increase herd immunity. I like that. Who wants a hug? Let's increase the herd immunity. Anybody want a hug? Sure. Okay. Okay, we got 2 hugs incoming. Okay, we're increasing. We're increasing our herd immunity.
I got natural. We're gonna wear focus on.
Thank you, Root Dog. That was an interesting suggestion. I like it. I like ideas. What's up? Hey, you know, if you're starting to feel a little bit blue, right? Because we all forget to breathe sometimes. It's like food and water. You know?
No, I just think a little bit of go-go in my go-go.
Oh, a little coffee? That might help too.
I'm good.
Wouldn't you agree that breathing is important, though?
100%.
Do you think people forget to breathe sometimes?
They need to do the USA thing.
Yeah, I am live. Is that okay? No, you don't care? Can we talk about breathing for a second?
Talk about what?
Can we talk about breathing for a moment? Yeah, I'm trying to hone in on a message. I don't think a lot of people have. I don't think enough people have heard it.
Hey.
So my name is. Wait, do I have my smokes on me? I don't think I got my smokes on me. Can I bum one of those off you? My smokes are in my car over there.
I just did that and I broke it.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, you
thank
need
you.
my
Sorry.
lighter too?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, so now we're gonna be breathing in cigarette smoke, which is. What's up?
Inhale, exhale.
But I do smoke, and you know.
I got woke up this morning by a lovely little woman.
Oh, gotcha.
So let's talk about breathing. Do you think after you smoke a cigarette, do you feel like you're more relaxed?
Yes.
Do you think it's possibly because like when you take a drag, it's like
It could be.
it's like almost like, you know,
Yeah.
right? And
That
also,
and the nicotine.
well, you know how they say like after you smoke a cigarette in the morning, you're more likely to take a poop, right? You're ready to take a poop after you smoke a cigarette. You know what I'm talking about, right? Have you heard that saying?
Yep.
Okay, so I kind of feel like feel like some of it has to do with breathing because you relax your body, you're not as tense, and then all of a sudden, your butt's relaxed, you know, and you're pooping.
It used to work that way.
But yeah, today's message is breathing. You know,
Yes.
with all the debating and stuff, and
Yes.
sometimes we get
Walk
heated
away
and.
when you get heated, take a couple breaths, come back and go back at it.
Right. I mean, besides
Calm
besides food and water, what else does our body need?
Spiritual enrichment.
Spiritual enrichment. Okay, what else?
God, you're putting me on the spot. It's too early.
Well,
Oh,
we've already
need
just
air.
air,
Yeah,
breathing,
that's-
oxygen.
yeah,
Yes,
the
that's the
oxygen.
answer. Yes, that I was looking for at least.
No.
I'm sure there's other
Oh, yeah.
other answers.
There's all kinds of things we need in the morning.
Yeah, you know, I think that people just sometimes need to humble themselves,
Yeah.
you know, and take a moment and
Yeah, I walk away when I don't have the correct answer and I'm hot. I gotta walk away.
I've been trying to do that. I'm a young buck, you know, I'm getting more and more mellow the older I get.
I'm
But
getting worse as I get older.
oh, really?
Oh yeah. The filter broke.
Really?
Oh yeah, I don't care anymore.
Okay.
I've reached the age where I've earned the right. I don't care.
Maybe I'm gonna be approaching that stage in another couple years or so.
Could be. It very well could be.
It's like, you know what? I'm getting older. I'm tired of this crap.
Yep.
This is
And
the way it
it's
is.
Done. No politically correct, no puff piece. I'm gonna give it to you straight.
That's kind of how I am right now.
Yeah.
But I try to stay, as Davey would say, humbly assertive. Right? And
I'm good until I'm pissed off.
yeah. Once
then
my
I-
blood pressure rises and I forget to breathe.
Speaking of blood pressure, can I tell you about it?
Yeah, sure.
I used to think that somebody came along, like the thought of somebody like an orange man with an ego and everything and tried to rule everybody. I felt negatively about that before, but then I stopped paying attention to all the news and the media that was in Hollywood, and everybody was feeding us everything, and the big pharma and getting off the drugs and all. And so this is, now I realize that there can be
Is that
an
a
orange
sy-
man that comes along.
Is that a symbolic reference to
Yeah.
somebody you've lost or something?
No, that I found.
Oh, that you found.
That orange men with an ego can be effective for America. So if he's effective for America, why did we get voted out? he proved himself to be viable for America and the world.
He's bringing him the shot.
So that's what I'm doing this. So if anybody,
You know,
look, if anybody doesn't understand, just stay away from me.
What live stream are you, bud?
Stay
I'm
away
Alex
from me.
Glasgow.
What?
Alex Glasgow.
At this point, stay away.
Yes, sir.
Any questions on that? No further questions, Your Honor.
top
Stay
left,
away
first
from
name,
me.
if you have trouble finding it.
I'm supporting Donald Trump. I looked him up. He's told no lies. He's done no wrong.
Well, you know, that's your anecdotal opinion. I like Trump. I voted for him.
Spread the word.
Okay, thank you. Anyways,
Gotta love him.
yeah,
He's got some energy.
he's got some energy.
I
Yeah.
wanted to have that. The energy he has. Oh, I love it. Have you seen him run around?
Oh yeah.
Dude, I have a hard enough time getting up and just going.
I don't know. His I'm a young buck, and I don't even know if I can handle his energy. I try to stay clear from him the most I can. No, it's teasing.
No, he's something else. Got a good heart.
Yeah, he does. He's very patriotic.
Yes.
And he was teaching kids how to ride that dirt bike the other day, and I was like, yeah, get it. Yeah, he was, he was being himself. He was being very assertive.
Oh, yeah.
But I was like, you know what? Teach these kids how to be a man,
Yeah. Fall down, get back up, and do it again.
Now, I got to be careful if I say teach these kids how to be a man, because some of these people out here will be like, oh, you're affirmating a kid into a social construct. Anyways, we're not going to get into
Yeah,
that.
that's not good there.
Yeah, that would piss me off. I would start ranting.
Good morning.
Yeah. But so where are you from? And what's your name again?
Michigan.
Michigan. I went to school in Canton, the suburb of Detroit.
Oh, okay, you're on the other side.
Okay, so
We're west side.
Kalamazoo and stuff, or
Grand Rapids,
Grand-
north of it.
okay,
We're out in the middle of nowhere.
okay.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it sounds. I like
We
Michigan.
have one stop, one red light in our town. It blinks at 10, and that's it.
Did you hear about Sherry O'Donnell running for District 5? Yeah.
I did. I'm gonna have to look her up because I'm not familiar with her. But
Okay. I did a video on her.
Okay.
I did a little interview with her, and if you'd like to, just get a little bit of a
yeah, I will.
personal.
What do you want?
I'm on YouTube right now.
Okay, hold on, let me figure out which one.
And before anybody says anything, let me just reiterate that in order to awaken the masses, you have to be where the masses are.
What yummies do we have today?
Oh, everything is for you.
Oh, baby.
Oh, I think the dog agrees too. He was like, "Yeah, anything for us."
Oh my gosh, is that a donut or?
It is it's a boulder.
That's a boulder.
It's a
That is
boulder.
perfect description. I couldn't.
I
come
swear
up with
it
a
doesn't
word.
it doesn't look very big on camera, but I tell you what, these things take an hour to eat.
Look at the size. It's as
Man,
big
look
as
at
my
this
hand.
Okay,
this
I'm gonna
one
take
called my
one.
name.
Oh my God! I'll still be doing this at lunch.
I'm telling you what, you
Holy cow!
better have some room in your belly.
Oh wow! I need a place to sit and eat that.
I'll tell you what, you ain't kidding. What's your name, sweetie?
Jenny,
Jenny, Alex. Yeah, nice to meet you.
nice to meet you, and I love what you guys are doing.
What's that?
I love what you guys are doing.
Thank you.
And I appreciate it.
Did you
know,
hear
I know
about
some
the-
people are kind of rude. I appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you. Did you hear about the local news being here yesterday?
No, did I miss? I'm here and I somehow
Yeah.
I
So
always miss something.
y'all, I know it's hard to consume media while we're here on the ground, boots on the
Yeah,
ground.
it is. I
but
don't have time.
check this out. So, the Daily Beast. You guys know who the Daily Beast is? They accused us of planning to make citizens arrests, saying that the only reason we were mad about the exits being blocked is because we were peeing our pants.
Oh, I heard
And
that.
Ron Coleman is the one that they were quoting on that, and I got an interview with
That
Ron.
we're all
And,
so stressed out, and the truckers are stressed out, and they're peeing their pants because. And the DC cops are making them so angry and all that. Yeah, I know.
so
Oh, if they could listen to the CBs, they would realize how much they're being laughed at.
yeah.
I mean, the truckers, if you listen, they are cracking up the whole way down. Yeah.
They get thanked on CB.
Yeah.
Aw, the love, all the love.
Yes, you're.
Alex Glasgow, GLASGOW.
Hold on, I'm slow at this. Glasgow.
Glasgow, yeah. So I did an interview with Ron, and then the local news showed up yesterday, and she was wearing a N95 mask on her personal accord, which is fine. She has the right to do that, but we're here, demanding our freedoms back, right? So I have no problem with her coming here. I feel like maybe it's seeds that needed planted for her. And she was initially confronted about wearing her mask, and she got here on a bad note kind of deal, I think. But she was kind of like a little bit reluctant to like hear us out. And I think that if I wouldn't have helped her out before I came up with the camera, because she was like looking to talk to somebody around here, and I was like, oh, you can talk to these people or whatever. And then somebody called me and was telling me what was going on, so I grabbed my camera and I went up and started talking to her, and I got a little interview with her that I have on my channel too. So it was like kind of like meant to be, because I'm one of the only. It was me and Rebel News that got the interview with Ron, and somebody called me and told me about it. And after I got done with the interview, they were like, I knew you were the right person to call, right? Because it just so happened she was here to report on us making citizens arrests. And I had already been educated on it, and I was able to shut it down immediately. So.
The tires, the truck, the suspension, you can make multiple commercials out of that.
Here with a little more insight on it.
I think so, because like when I first started talking to her, she was like she was irritable, and she didn't really want to talk to me. And then by the end of it, she was laughing, she was smiling. I tried to stay humbly assertive, as Davey would say. Yeah, I stole that. I love that saying, and I stole it from him. So I got to give him credit every time I use it. But I think it's a good thing to stay open-hearted, and just because if we want Democrats on our side, we have to bridge that gap somehow, right?
We do.
I mean, a lot of people are Christians out here, right? They don't like hearing foul language, right? But if they want the Democrats out here, they're going to have to get used to hearing things like "fuck my ass." You know what I mean? But
I didn't want to bring them over and show them what this is about.
plant some seeds, yeah. Because I think a lot of people are confused why we're here.
Yeah, they're confused. No, it's just one big tailgate party.
No, it's not. Yeah, and if they think that we're mad about that, what's that?
Far beyond that. This is
What are you here? What do you think we're here for? What's your opinion here?
it's about freedom, liberty. We got to stop the mandates. Okay, I don't believe that we should be forced to any type of medical procedure. I've had medical procedures. I'm like, fine, nobody forced me. That was my decision.
Yes.
To get an injection, that same thing. My decision.
We're the owners of our own.
We are.
Bodies.
We own our own bodies, and we all have our own rights to decide.
Unalienable and inalienable rights.
Yes, absolutely. And I came here Monday. Unfortunately, I got to go today. It took me a while to get here, but I have seen it, and I love it. And I don't want to go, but I have to go. I have to go back. My cats.
That's okay.
And
That's
a couple
okay.
days of work, because I promised them I will be back.
Okay.
And then I told everybody I'm going to follow and keep coming back. I'm from New Jersey, so I'm not too far away. So I'm going to continue following, because I have been glued since Canada started.
Right.
Until this started, every day. I mean, when I'm on break or lunch at work, I run to my vehicle and I throw the live feeds up and I follow the whole time, just to make sure I'm updated on everything that's going on here, anticipating when I show up.
Yeah.
So I will be back. That would be legit. But I have to leave at some point today. Slow rolling, but it was nice. We did the convoy yesterday. Drove around, walked around.
Nice.
And it was a nice day. I feel even more united. This is one big family, and I love it. I love it.
Oh, I like to call it the urban Amish.
The urban Amish, yes.
Because they're so community based, and like they don't really profit on much. And I actually went and I talked to the Amish that were here, because I I wanted to know more about
I went
them.
there last year for the first time for my birthday. That's what I wanted to do. I went to Lancaster for my birthday last year. Spent 2 days and great people.
Yeah, they really are.
Very hard workers.
Yes.
Very hard workers.
Yes.
Took a tour, went on the Amish buggy, talked to the family, seen the kids working. They made their homemade root beer, lemonade, and amazing mustard pretzels. I'll take it all. Good people. Good people.
Yeah.
So I'll be visiting them again as well. Show some support and love over there. But as for here, I will be back for sure.
Nice. And you're from Jersey. What was your name again, if you don't mind?
Tammy.
Tammy.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Do you remember mine?
Your Rebel News, part of Rebel News?
No. I got an exclusive interview
Oh, from-
alongside Rebel News. I'm Alex Glasgow. I'm a
okay.
independent journalist, I guess.
Okay.
I guess.
On that board?
Yes,
Oh,
yes, I am.
okay.
First
Then
name.
I might have already subscribed because when the board went up, I went long and I started.
Mine's the first name, so you probably
Oh,
did.
then that's why I went right to you first.
It's not that I'm huge or anything. It's just
Yeah,
my
yeah.
name starts with an A, I think.
This is my girl Donna.
Hey,
who
we
was
on-
here.
Donna, I am live. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Ah,
I followed
cameras.
I convoyed her down.
You convoyed her down?
Yeah, this is my
Thank you.
my second time now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was there with yeah, I came in with Jersey Jay and Jed.
Oh, do you? Jersey's my man.
Yeah.
Jersey's my
We
man.
came down together from Jersey. We met well in a field in Salem County.
He said a couple people from Jersey came down, and he was excited that y'all came to introduce yourselves.
Yeah, well,
I heard him
yeah,
talking
she
about-
came down because I went. Go home.
I need my people from Ohio to come out here.
Yeah, come and support your people.
We've got a bunch of Ohioans out here.
Yeah, we came down. The Jersey one was the 5th and 6th. So the 7th we came down from Jersey. I'm the one who got the flat tire on the highway.
Mm-hmm.
Then the guy who got attacked for helping me.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, you know that? Yeah, I'm the one that had the flat tire on right off of 70.
Somebody
Off the-
attacked you?
Yeah, guys, I got a flat and everybody kept going. And then some guys stopped me at Convoy.org stopped. And I'm
Didn't-
like, thank you, God. It's
Didn't
people
didn't whoever was helping you like punch that guy in the face or something?
line. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
And since then, we got kicked out.
We don't know who was helping. No, we don't know who that was.
You want to talk about a shit show. Because then the guy who was helping me,
Good morning, Ron.
I thought, I'm like in the car trying to call these guys, Jay and Cheryl and the people I came down. I'm trying to call them to tell them that I'm stuck here. I'm not here on the highway. And next thing I know, I see another guy, because it was a flat on the side of the highway.
Uh-huh.
And I see another guy, and I thought they were like, hey, bro, you know?
Yeah.
I heard a lot of, get the F out of here, go the F home, you're the problem. And then things...
I'm gonna mute this just for a second. Our audio is back live. We had to talk about something proprietary.
So, actually, his name was Polar Bear.
I
haven't had any caffeine. Yeah, so anyway, the guys stopped to help him, and then he wrestled
It's a Jersey thing.
You gotta give him credit because the guy that attacked him was bigger than him, and he wrestled him around the side of the truck away from the road. Then I came around the other side. He started ripping off my flags. I got hit with 2 flags. He started grabbing on my flags, started ripping my flags off. Broke one, bent the crap out of the other one. So, but then I got in and was like, get the hell off my shit. And then everything just stopped. And then the cavalry came, the fire truck, the ambulance, the police. It was insane. It was like everybody and their mother showed up.
It's ridiculous to me that we dealt with riots for 2 years and like the Ottawa protest and this protest is one of the most peaceful protests the world has ever seen. But yet people act like we're crazy or we're aggressive or something. And like the people that are calling us crazy, I mean the people calling us crazy are literally acting insane.
Are the ones who attacked us.
Yeah.
It was a guy from West Virginia. Look, I got his plate, got a picture of him. Everybody was like, everybody call the cops.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know what the heck. people are thinking right now.
Well, I'll tell you what, they have free roadside assistance here in Maryland. I was like, damn. The police
Okay,
kept
cool.
telling me they're going to come change your tire. And I'm like, who?
Ooh,
Who's
yeah.
coming to change my tire? And I'm like, how much is that going
So,
to be?
being that it's Maryland, would it be like MDOT or was it like? Because I know Michigan's MDOT, but what's the Department of Transportation here in Maryland go by?
I don't know.
Probably. What's Jersey's?
Don't ask me good questions first thing in the morning.
I use AAA.
I have AAA,
Yeah.
but they get then
Superior.
when everything started chilling out, because I had to get checked out in the ambulance, my blood pressure went.
Oh yeah, and you know today's message is breathing. Okay.
I did a lot of that. I was rattled because it was so insane. Everything happened so fast. And then whenever I left, these two other guys came. They stopped. And I'm like, don't leave me here with anybody. Because I think we're all crazy. I was like, yeah, it was nuts.
That's next.
So I literally called Cheryl and Jay and Jen. I'm like, guys,
I need help.
take care of me when I go back.
So, how important do you guys think breathing is on a scale 1 to 10?
Breathing?
Yes.
Major.
Scale 1 to 10.
10.
10. Do you think it blows past 10? Do you think we could say 100?
Gotta be above.
100? Well, yeah. If I don't breathe, I'm dead.
Right.
Yeah, if I don't breathe, we're dead. So
Well, what do
yeah.
you think I did when I wiped out DC? I'm taking
Yes.
pictures by the waiting pond looking at the Capitol, and I missed the step, and I crashed down. And
Did
I
a face plant.
I did a face plant. I couldn't get out. Like, I
What?
need to breathe. I need to.
That truck right there, the one with the triple horn.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Is
was
that?
trying to take a picture of that.
We were trying to take a picture of him because he was literally in front of the Capitol.
front.
Like literally, and we're outside
Stop
waiting.
in front.
And I was getting my picture taken with my I told you so cute shirt.
No, you're good. You're fine. That's fine.
So I get
Whatever.
my picture, and then she's like this. And all of a sudden, she just kind of flew and went up
Through
the
the
step.
road, through the purse, down.
Yeah, and we walked up there, so it was like,
Still a little
uh-oh,
sore,
didn't know
but
we were
whatever.
gonna have to like. Carry, poor guy, he got saddled with two old ladies. Like, you're gonna have to throw us.
You know. Let me just say. It's interesting that you had to be concerned about raising questions that QAnon has, right?
Yes.
Because the media has like programmed us to like not want to have conversations.
Yeah, and it's not.
And not I don't ascribe to that stuff, but I appreciate the raising of the conversation and forcing people to think and forcing people to dig in and do
They're
their
not
own
a
due
cult.
diligence, right? So and we all know that everything that they have put out there is not true. And actually, if you look at WikiLeaks, there was actually an orchestrated psyop on them. They submitted fake stories to be able to fact check them and take them down.
Yes.
So.
And it's not QAnon. There's Q, and then there's a non.
Okay.
There is no
Well, we
QAnon.
don't have to get into it too much, but I just wanted to
I
say.
was going to ask you what your blog site is.
Oh, it's Alex Glasgow, sir.
Alex what?
Glasgow, GLASGOW.
Okay, Alex Glasgow, GLASGOW.
Oh, I'm on YouTube.
On YouTube. Yeah.
If you want to chat here for in a couple minutes, we can do that.
Yeah, okay.
Let me finish up with these ladies, and you finish up your phone call. No, you're fine.
I have another donut in the car.
But yeah, we need to be okay with open conversation,
Yeah, that's
right? Open dialogue.
What's that? Yes, no, like, we're not going to dialogue about with QAnon, but that's part of the problem. The news has made it into a cult, and they called it QAnon. They made that bad.
Well, I don't know. Either way, like it's all about raising conversations, having debate, and doing our due diligence.
go look things up.
And then I said to the lady and a couple of people.
Question everything.
Question
If 3-4 years ago, if we would have been talking about Jeffrey Epstein having a pedophile ring, that we would have been laughed at, accused of being crazy. So, I mean, open dialogue and raising questions is
A
important.
lot of other names.
And breathing is important. That's today's message.
Because, like, with that, with
Lowering our blood pressure. I'm sorry, go ahead.
low, deep breaths.
Yeah.
I go hunting too, so every time there's a tense up in front of me, it's low, deep.
What's a singer's most important thing that they should do to control their voice? Breathe. Yeah.
Yeah, they're pumping along.
Yeah.
They better be
Controlling your voice, controlling your tone. And, our body needs that
I
oxygen.
didn't realize you were Alex.
Yeah, I am Alex Glasgow. Yes.
I've heard your name too, just like I heard Ron Coleman, but I didn't know he was either.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just
I'm like, who are you?
I'm just trying to spread a little love.
And if you stay true,
Thanks.
Thank you very much, my dear.
Yeah, well, you ladies have a good day. I've been chatting with you guys for a while here. You're probably like, yeah, I mean, I can tell you guys are enjoying the conversation, but I mean, if you guys are tired of being interviewed, yeah.
We gotta get the caffeine in.
Is the meeting at 9 or is it
He said 9 last night.
9? So we got 20 minutes. I'm gonna talk to this gentleman for a little bit, give him some time to talk, and we'll see you around.
They had
Okay.
to close out the kitchen, so I don't know what they're doing out in the back 40.
Down there? Okay. Yeah, that's probably
Have a good day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, bud. I am live right now. My name's Alex again. What was yours?
Steve.
Steve. That's my father's name. Let me formally introduce myself again.
Okay.
And where are you from, Steve?
Brooksville, Florida.
Brooksville, Florida.
Yeah, about 45 miles north of Tampa. in that
Okay.
area.
Okay. So by like Crystal River, Inverness.
Yeah, just
I
south
lived
of there.
I lived in Inverness for about a year.
Oh, did
some
you?
change. Yeah.
All right. Do any fishing up there? Or
Oh
down?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Clearwater Pier with the lights shining down into the water. I seen a school of hammerheads. I lived
is
in,
that right?
I lived in Bradenton for a while too.
So where are you at now?
I'm in Bryan, Ohio, but the last 6 years, see, I was in Florida when I was in my early 20s. I'm 32 now.
Okay.
But for the last 6 years, I've been a traveling wind technician. So I've been traveling. It's 100%. We call ourselves Minuteman, kind of like the military.
Yeah.
You know, wherever
Yeah.
we needed, we go at a dime's notice.
That's good. Because
So-
I ran FEMA for a while, hauling gas back years ago when I was actually had a job and a life.
Yeah.
Anyhow, yeah, running out to like Hurricane Harvey out there, seeing Houston halfway underwater and everything. And I've been involved in logistical work most of my life, you know. Hauled back in Hurricane Andrew down in Miami, hauled office trailers running over parts of trees and everything with these 60-foot trailers. And this here, you know, more people got to know about it, more people got to get involved. And that's the reason I tried to come up here. And I got a little bit different bend than, say, you do. You've got a great thing going on. And if I ever get a chance to speak up on that podium up there, that stage, I'm going to tell people, everybody got a responsibility. If they love this country, you know, you either work for it or you're going to lose it.
Yes, sir.
And my little bit of writing volunteer for the paper I have down there, you know, there's people down there, they don't have what you got. You know, some of them don't even have cable TV. All they got's a rabbit ears. So all they're hearing is fake media.
Oh, yeah.
So we all got to get out there and do our things, you know, and like for your watchers out here, if you got family and you know what, some of them don't have cable and all that, get involved, you know, tell them the truth.
Yeah.
Or go to your
Sharing.
Sharing, yes, that's right.
Because a lot of the people that are watching and liking are kind of already here because they're already a little bit awake.
Yeah.
So sharing is the most important part because we have to reach the people that haven't had those seeds planted or needs the seeds watered.
Or they're
Right.
just ambivalent about everything, and they feel I'm just going to coast through life, but coasting through life at this important time. This is history, and you realize
Yes.
that this
Yes.
is history, and more people got to get involved. Otherwise, you know, you're going to have somebody like Nancy Pelosi calling the shots.
Or the speaker mask face, some dude sitting in her chair, authorizing or passing the bills. If you haven't seen the podcast with Tim Pool and Marjorie Taylor Greene, please do so.
Yeah.
Everybody in chat, if you've never
She's a hoot.
Yeah. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Tim Pool. You guys got to watch the dysfunction that she exposes in Congress. Anyways, go on.
Can't be any worse than Jerry Nadler. I mean, him filling his drawers up in here at the speak. I saw a YouTube thing. This guy, he actually did that right there. He's talking, and all of a sudden, he filled his drawers and he waddled out like he had to fix himself. I don't like the guy, so I want to talk about him. Yeah.
Okay, well, preach, brother. Talk to the people.
So anyhow, well, you know, everybody, you got to get involved. This is the thing to do. Tell your friends, tell family, put word out there. If you know how to write your papers.
Mm-hmm.
Love your country. That's all I can say is love your country.
What would you recommend to somebody who gets in an altercation or an argument with somebody over their opinions or politics?
Oh, that would be me and my, I guess you could say my sister-in-law. She just listens to the false media, and she thinks that Biden can do no wrong. She thinks that Hunter, nothing was wrong there. And again, this is whoever owns the soapbox owns the community. And that's what they did, is they came in, YouTube and all that, censoring. And when Biden, when his son, you know, just before the elections, got into all that stuff, all
Ukraine.
the media Well, Ukraine, Bob Alinsky's interview, all that got hushed up, and if that would have come out, number one, Biden wouldn't have gotten near the votes.
No, I agree.
And then you got the case about all of the fake votes. I mean, 4 a.m. in November, I saw guys in Michigan. They were showing these guys with there's little kitty radio rider carts with envelopes, and you could tell, or these papers, these votes were not folded. Any legal vote should have had a fold on it. And these guys were bringing in thousands of them at a time. So that election, it was totally bogus.
There's a lot of people that think that way too, but then part of me says we should try to trust it, but then the other part of me says I don't think it. I have my doubts.
Okay.
Right? Because if you look at the bills and the and I'm trying to be careful with my wording.
Oh,
okay?
I understand. Yeah, you don't want to be canceled.
So if you look at the bills and the legislation they were trying to implement due to the COVID response, with like no voter ID, dropping early mail-in voting, all that stuff, that's not historically how we do things, because it can create fraud. And 2 years after that, when the filibuster was about to get nuked, everybody knew the filibuster was not going to get nuked. Do you know what else was going on when they were trying to nuke the filibuster?
What?
They were trying to pass all the corrupt voting laws that they implemented 2 years before due to the COVID response.
I got a friend of mine down in Brooksville that put up the Dominion machines in our county.
It was a smoke screen, basically, is what I was getting at before. But you had a friend down in what county?
Down in Hernando County.
Hernando County?
And down in Florida.
Okay.
And he said they're saying that those machines can't be manipulated. He said that's dead wrong. They can be manipulated. So all that they said about those Dominion machines is all totally false. They can be, and they were manipulated.
Okay, and just for the YouTube dictators out here, that is his anecdotal opinion.
Okay, yeah.
He's not a private investigator or anything, but we all are entitled to our own opinions and freedom of speech, First Amendment. Okay.
Yeah.
But preach, brother. I'm not trying to
that's okay. I think that's basically all I really wanted to say is people got to get more involved. If you love your country. And I was in the service, 82nd Airborne. As the Air Force would say, I jumped out of their perfectly landable aircraft. And also, I was with the company that packed the parachutes. So we would have to go out. I drove a Jeep, and I'd have to take an NCO out there and watch these guys coming down in case somebody hit hard. And I saw a lot of guys, even in training, they came down, hit really hard, and then they didn't even live making it on the chopper into the hospital there. And because it wasn't war times, people say, oh, well, it wasn't a real death or something like that.
Yeah.
People giving their life for their countries. You got to just...
People forget about that. Lots and lots of people have given their lives for our freedom and our country. And the way that our foundation was set, allowing us to have freedom of speech, is now being censored by the big tech oligarchs.
Now, you don't mind me asking,
sure.
Are you a Democrat?
I don't ascribe to anything. I see corruption on both sides.
Okay, all right, that's fair. Okay, but would you say that there was more corruption during this last voting season?
I would say that there's a lot more evidence of it than before. Let's just say that. Okay. It took them 5 years to come out with the Durham report, right?
Okay.
You know what the Durham report is, right?
No, actually, I'm missing on that one.
Okay, well then you really need to look into that, because for 5 years...
Durham, Durham report.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
yes, sir.
I just didn't catch
Durham, did I pronounce it?
You were saying Durham.
Durham, so it's Durham.
That's okay.
Okay, my bad. Yeah. So yeah, it took them 5 years to get the Durham report out.
Yeah.
Right, and we dealt with Trump's colluding with Russia. He's tyrannous, for 5 years.
Yeah.
And I will say, back to your question, I would say that there is more circumstantial evidence or concerns about this most previous election than 2016. I'll say that. And I think that Joe Biden has a conflict of interest in Ukraine as well.
Well, I'm going to invite you to go back in your history, back to when Biden was early senator, and he actually said that he would not mind being a prostitute for as far as doing what his party wants him to do. And that's what he's doing right now. Those people are pulling them strings.
Oh, yeah.
And that's all he is. And that's the sickest part about it is, I'm looking at this flag over here that shows Trump. Trump cared about his people. He cared about the country. Biden, all he cares about is, in my opinion, this is my opinion, all he cares about is his family,
Money.
and more money.
You know, actually, let's go even further than that. Power.
Power, yes.
Because with power comes what?
well, power corrupts.
Money.
Yeah.
With power comes money, right? If you have the power, you control the media, you control the money, you control everything, right? So with power comes all these other benefits that could be either used for good or evil, right?
Yes.
So back to my question I asked you earlier, what would you recommend to anybody that has been in an altercation or an argument with somebody over their political opinions or anything like that?
Smart up.
Smart up.
Smart up. Yeah.
What about in the heat of the moment when tensions are already elevated? In the heat of the moment, what would you recommend somebody do?
Invite them to have an open mind. Because most of the people that are going to come after you, they're not going to have that open mind. They're going to try to power you with their charisma and their BS. All right.
Well,
yeah.
Today's message for me is to breathe more. You know,
Yeah, that's good.
Breath is like food and water.
Yeah.
I think that more people need to do that. And when you get into those arguments, sometimes you forget to breathe because you're, you know. So today's message is figuring out if people need to breathe more or lower their blood pressure. So.
Well, also I'm a believer in God, and I believe that you're strongest when you can get on your knees and pray. And I think more people ought to pray. And a lot of people who are buffaloed, they have nothing else, so they're just going to cling to whatever lies that they hear by the false media. So. Anyhow, I wish you luck.
Sorry,
on your,
I had to deal with a couple trolls in there.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. But the meeting is starting soon, so yeah. That's what you're into, Steve, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna get another cup of coffee and I'm gonna grab my
It's a
smoke.
good idea. I've already got my quota.
I need a bigger.
Down
I lost
the road for a little bit. So.
Steve. I lost my big cup. I don't know what happened to it. You got a big one.
Better work on that. Yeah.
See you, Steve. Nice talking with you. All right, guys, so we're going to get some coffee. There's a little bit of music over there. I'm going to mute it. Okay, audio's back. We're gonna head up to the morning meeting area there after I get my chair and my tripod. I gotta adjust some things here.
Well, what he's talking about, I know what he's talking about is he's talking about the stand-up. He's talking about
All right, so we're adjusted. Tighten that down. Yeah. All right, and we're off. Good morning. Oh, that's a cool bus. I don't think I've even seen that one. That must be a new bus. Interesting. Maybe it has been here. I just haven't really noticed it yet. All right, so we're gonna go get our chair, and looks like the PAs are setting up on the main stage there. So that's where the morning meeting is gonna be. Good morning, Eddie. Good. You look tired, brother. Yeah, man, you look tired. You want a hug?
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Do I look that bad?
You look tired, brother. Were you up all night? Yeah,
Pretty much, yeah.
You're night shift security, so I mean, shoot. Well, hey, get some rest, brother. You deserve it. You work hard. All right, so my chair and let's see, what else was I gonna get? We are Americans. That's my message. Doesn't matter if you're Christian, Buddhist, black, white, Chinese, doesn't matter. Gay, straight, bi, Democrat, Republican. We are all Americans. I'm gonna grab my chair up on out here. And we're gonna go set up for the morning meeting. Get a front row seat, hang out, maybe talk to some people. And go from there. All right. You know, there might even be some breakfast going. Maybe I should go get some food. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. I'm going to be setting up my chair and go get some food, I think. They still serving over there?
They should be.
Okay.
As far as we know they are. Unless they ate it all up yet.
Are you there?
10-4. All right, well, I'm going to put my chair right in the middle. I'm marking my territory. Whoosh. Front row seat, guys. Look at that.
Hey, what's up?
Whoosh.
We have the mic cord, but it's a freaking quarter-inch mic thing. It's not even a real.
Oh, shoot. I don't know.
Okay. Well, it is
If
what
there's
it
an
is.
XLR on the opposite side of that, we can.
You guys are in the awesome Jeep, aren't you?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, sorry I can't help you out. I don't really.
Okay.
I'm not.
We asked them, we thought it's like that cable is a little too short.
We just need to see the
Give
back
them
of
a
that
longer one.
unit
Didn't
and see if
realize-
there's an XLR plug-in. Because if there is, we can build it. If not,
I also brought another speaker cable to move those speakers out so that way they're not opposite feeding back.
Yeah. Yeah, creating that meh or whatever.
Yeah. This will help.
Yeah.
But we definitely got to get the correct equipment to do it.
Yeah, somebody had to go home, so
I saw the.
yeah, somebody had to go home. So I mean, we got to work with what we got for
Right.
now. I mean, there's some
Exactly.
days we're on a
But
megaphone.
tomorrow now I can bring a transformer for that XLR and get this working.
Nice.
So it'll be tomorrow.
God bless you, man. We need all the help we can get out here.
Yeah, we'll definitely get that.
no, there's no XLR on the back of that.
Okay, I'm gonna go get some food. Good luck to you guys. Oh yeah, they're still serving. They are still serving. Good morning. All right, so we're gonna go get some food. Good morning. All right. Please take what you need and be considerate.
How's it going?
Morning, how you doing?
Hey girl. Oh my
Good
goodness.
to see you, Mel.
Oh, what's Scrapple? Scrapple. Hey man, what's up, Dad?
Good to see you, bro.
It's like a sausage type.
Thank you.
I'll take your mashed potatoes, Scrapple, and egg casserole, please.
Everything but French.
Everything but French fries.
And oatmeal. I don't want any oatmeal.
Yeah, I know. We call it separate.
Okay. Thanks, man. I am hungry.
That's on its own island.
I like that guy's headband. Whoops. If anybody's curious what a headband looks like,
You want oatmeal?
if you can see that. Pork brain.
That was everything but French toast?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna get to eating. We're gonna get to eatings. Can I join you guys for my breakfast? Okay, I am live streaming. Is that okay? Okay, perfect. I'm Alex. I'm from Ohio. I don't know if I've met this guy here before or not. I don't know. What's your name again?
Mike Mattingly, Funky Fathers, funkyfathers.com.
Yes, sir. All
You're
right.
supposed to do that every time you do
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. So even if you've met somebody 1,000 times, I need ketchup and silverware. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right. So we're gonna wait in line here and get some fixins. I'm gonna nibble on some raisins while I wait. A couple raisins. What's your guys' favorite breakfast food? Oh, I'm sorry, I was talking to my chat.
Warm. That's my favorite breakfast.
Warm?
Food. Warm.
I agree. See my face? Hello, I'm Alex. This is my face. All right, so we're getting some fixins. I think there's ketchup on the table, is there not? Okay, we're gonna grab some extra ketchup, a little salt and pepper, and a fork. Okay. The breakfast of Alex Glasgow this morning, and lots of other people here at the Speedway. Just displaying the food, displaying the food.
They gave me an email. You know,
Good morning. Oh, that's like Kevin walked by. Hi, Kevin. Good morning, brother. Good morning, dude. I'm glad to see you still here, bro. Shoot. Okay, I'll be right back.
You gotta talk to Alex. You gotta
No, I
talk to
understand,
Alex
I just-
now. They're your age group right here, baby.
Okay, yeah, baby.
This young lady right here, you gotta talk to her.
The inside of Steve Horn. No. Oh, okay.
Also, because I've already announced it on this young lady, you want to talk to her.
Can we do that again real quick? Blow into my. Hold on, let me get a good inside view of it. We're gonna get the inside of Steve's horn.
Get a lens full of spit.
Oh shoot!
Hold it up. It's called a shofar. Hold it up. It's called a shofar. It's from an animal in Africa, like an antelope, called a kudu. Kudu. It's not a ram's horn. It's not an American horn. It's an African antelope. Shofar.
I'm glad that you're raising your voice, understanding that people have a hard time hearing on their
I
streams.
know that.
That's good. That's good.
Trust me, I've actually done this type of thing.
You're a smart man, Steve.
I've been on so many.
I mean, I was raised by a good guy, right?
There you go, son. I love you, buddy.
Yeah,
You need to talk to her.
So anybody that doesn't know, his name's Steve, and he kind of looks like my dad. So I am. He looks like my dad.
I have his
So I'm-
dad's name.
Oh,
I have
and
his dad's name, Steve. That is too weird.
so yeah, I was supposed to talk to you guys, was I not? But can we eat breakfast together? I am live. Is that okay? Okay. Let's get you guys in the frame here. So, what's your name? Well, first off, I'm Alex Glasgow. Esther. I'm from Bryan, Ohio. And Tabitha? Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania
Okay,
girl.
welcome. And what was your name, sir? Jeff. Nice to meet you. Okay, so why are you guys here? What you about? And tell us a little bit about
Well,
you.
I'm here just to support, like, having a choice.
Okay.
Whether you, like, wear a mask, or have your kids wear masks, or,
Get vaccinated?
yeah, get vaccinated. Yes. The elephant in the room, yes. Yep. So, like, it's not, I mean, I'm not for the vaccine, but
So they got you off.
you need to have a choice. If you're going to have somebody possibly
And you just got to flag
harm
your
you, any possible health benefits from co versus pro, you should have a choice.
Yeah, and you know, they're breaking our constitutional rights.
Yeah.
They're breaking our unalienable and inalienable rights. You know, we own our bodies,
Yep.
right?
Oh, yeah.
And being women, this might be a touchy subject for you guys, but where I come from, being penetrated against your will is rape, and I refer to this as medical rape. Like, seriously.
That's a good point.
Well, I it's not my original point, but I've heard it from somebody else, and I agree 100%.
Yeah.
And I think people need to hear those comparisons to understand how important and devastating this can be to people.
Wait a minute, it happened?
So today I'm kind of going around with a message. I kind of like to do that. I'll try to pick a message and like spread it around. And today's message for me is breathing.
Ah, yeah.
Yes. And when you breathe like when you breathe repetitively and you get those repetitions in and you just get that oxygen into your bloodstream, I've noticed a huge difference in my own control.
And we
Right.
like control though, right?
Yeah, I mean, we all control our own lives, right? Nobody should be controlling our lives but us in a lot of aspects, including these mandates, right? And when talking about like breath and arguments and confrontations that we might have had with people over these mandates or any other political issues that have been going on in this interesting time, I'll just put it like that.
Yeah.
I think it's important to be able to control our articulation, our voices, our message.
That's true.
And breathing is like food and water. We need it to survive. So what would you say to somebody that's been in an altercation where tensions have arose? What would you suggest somebody do to handle that in a articulate and beneficial manner?
Well, logically, I think we should pause before we say something.
Mm-hmm.
Think before we. Yeah. So when you're in a high stress situation, your voice tends to go faster. Like you said, heavy breathing, possibly. So I think it's important to slow down and think before you say something and realize, am I saying these things to help convince?
Or out of emotion?
Yeah. Or am I just like, I'm right, I'm going to push this on you? And it can be hard because people might not be treating you right. And so you have to think about, how can I say this in such a way that gets my point across in a positive way that they'll remember.
Yeah.
If you're high stressed, you guys are going to be bickering back and forth. You're not going to be focusing on what you're actually saying.
Yeah, you know, because people put that wall up. When you get into like an aggressive state, people, they just generally start to reject what you have to say.
Get defensive. Yeah.
And when we're trying to awaken the masses or spread the love, spread the message of freedom and why we're here, and trying to restore our constitutional and inalienable rights, I think that we need to be careful with how we speak with people.
Yes, exactly.
And be able to control our voice and not let those tensions control our voice for us.
Yeah, and it shows us. Yeah, I think it also shows us that we're able to show what we believe and show how freedom's good in a way that's controlled.
In a beneficial manner that will help people receive the message.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we were driving on the convoy, you'll see some people sometimes, they give you like obscene gestures and all that, but like we try not to like engage them in any way, like return any hatred back, because I don't know if these people are having a bad day or just hate our cause that much, but like we're not going to give them any encouragement in what they're doing in that way.
Right.
That just feeds exhaust them.
Yeah, and we can't, like, it's like, I was speaking with a lady this morning about road rage.
Oh yeah.
Right? When people cut you off, it might get you angry. And some people, I know we've all been, you're all like, oh, so we all know what we're talking about. Right? So, when somebody cuts, let's just say I got cut off and somebody was cutting me off and I'm sitting there screaming in my car, theoretically, of course, I actually do not do this.
Yes.
But, you know, you're allowing that person to control your emotions, and there they are in their car, probably jamming out to music, having a good old time, you know, and they have no idea that you're behind them screaming to the top of your lungs, red faced, veins popping out of your neck, you know. So we have to be able to control our own emotions, and I think breathing will help do that.
Yeah, that is one of the ways to do that for sure.
Have you guys heard about the guy that broke the world record for holding his breath underwater?
Maybe. Is it more recently or just like
I don't know how recent it was, but it's just the how he conditioned himself. It's interesting. He did so in like a cold bath, and he did breathing exercises and conditioned his the oxygen level that his bloodstream will require to not die, basically, right? So, in order to break the Guinness Book of World Records for underwater breath holding, he conditioned himself with breathing. And so breathing can be extremely beneficial in lots of ways. And if people are curious, or might think that talking about breathing is snowflakey, then they got a little bit of growing up to do.
Oh yeah, I mean, everyone needs to breathe, right?
Like I said, it's like food and water. Our body needs it.
Oh yeah.
And when we get in those higher, tense situations, we hold our. At least I know I've been caught like not breathing and just like. Okay, I gotta breathe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So where are you guys from again?
Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yeah, like a little, like an hour-ish from here. Yeah.
Who's organizing in Pennsylvania? Do you know, or at the state capitol level, or?
Not
I heard there might have been something.
But here and there they've done different get-togethers at the Capitol. I don't keep up super up with it. But children's what is it called? Defense something. It's called Children's
Oh, Brian's talking.
Defense.
Yeah. That's okay. We're talking too.
Hi, Brian.
But
you gonna go over there?
yeah, I want to hear what he has to say. What was your name again, sweetie?
Esther.
Esther.
Yes.
Great. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Yes. And what is your channel?
Alex Glasgow. Alex Glasgow?
Glasgow.
I'm the first name on the top left if you have problems remembering it. So.
Oh, okay.
On the banner.
That's awesome. Okay. Well, I'll subscribe to you.
Thanks. Have a good day, y'all. It was nice meeting you. Esther, right? Yes. And what was your name again? Well, Tabitha. So nice to meet you. And yours?
I'm Jeff.
Jeff, sorry, I got my hands full, but we'll see each other around. What's that?
I forget your name.
It's Alex.
Alex, okay.
Yes. She Esther's got my information. Yeah, okay. Have a good day.
You too.
Okay, I got a chair sitting over here. I set up early for the meeting and then I got distracted because people wanted me to talk to people. That's okay. Here we go. Yes, they are beautiful young ladies.
Lest I miss my jewel tailored for me, a unique foreordained expression of experiences that await my commitment, beckons my heart to step into by faith in its direction, to find a deepening fulfillment beyond temporal satisfaction. Flesh that corrupts, possessions that possess, soul that deplete me for their own lust. This journey by faith is for me to meet a known and yet unknown God to the natural mind. He's revealing himself to me that I might know who he is. Only when I yield by faith to this journey will I see marvelous things. I will cease to complain, to doubt, to fear, to complicate the simplicity of being his as little child. I will trust as I thrust myself upon his love. His love His unfathomable love for my soul, for my mind, for my heart, for all of who I am. My journey is no longer unknown to me. I now can see through eyes of childlike faith that Abba has created me for himself and no one else. As I delight in him alone, my life will become a poem that will delight those he put in my life. The gifts in me will flow with the joy. The joy will be unfeigned. My song will be new each day. My face will glow with the grace to obey his loving voice willingly. Sin will be far from me, for he has truly set me free. It awaits my first step, and I will begin today as I rise to take my journey by faith. Bless you all. I'll see you all in about a week. Bless you.
Thanks for being here.
We'll see you, Willie. Free Willie. We'll miss you.
All right, we're going to do the pledge real quick. Everybody over here. All together. I pledge of allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Fight for it.
Yeah!
Well, good morning, everybody.
Well, good morning.
I said good We got a tour of Washington, D.C. in a big truck, which is pretty cool. We had a lot of success yesterday in getting in. In fact, they weren't prepared for us, I guess, yesterday. They were trying to catch up and close down exits, but it was too late. So, that's awesome. Today, they're also expecting some rain, but of course, we don't want to hold back the convoy, especially when we were able to do it yesterday so successfully the way that we did it. So, we're going to do the same thing we did yesterday, the same way, the same style. Just try to be back here by, yesterday was a fuel day, so remember the rules of the fuel receipt, which is it has to be on a convoy day and here in Hagerstown at AC&T, right, Marcus? Same date. Can't be credit card statements. No prepay receipts. What else? Must be the actual fuel receipt. So, should have fueled yesterday. If you need fuel today, what happens? It's on our website. That's not an answer. What happens if they fuel today? Okay, if you fuel today, turn in the receipt tonight. Okay, thank you, Marcus. Round of applause for Marcus. This guy seriously has been busting his butt. Seriously. Hats off to Marcus. Hats off to Marcus. Thank you, Marcus. Seriously, thank you. This guy, I give him a lot of crap. I give him a lot of crap. But seriously, behind the scenes, and I know that there's been things said in the past, but I'm telling you, Marcus seriously busts his butt every single day for this convoy. Every single day. He's also the one that's meeting you up at the pumps on the fuel day and making sure that it's getting taken care of. The guy's a rock star. He's just kind of behind the scenes, but he's a rock star. And with that said, there's a lot of people here behind the scenes that are rock stars. They bust their butt every single day. They tirelessly continue to work day after day after day, whether it's the volunteers in the information tent or it's the medic tent. It's the people cooking food. It's the people picking up all the trash. There's a lot of people that are doing a lot of things for absolutely free, volunteering, getting only a couple hours of sleep at night. These people are busting their butt. So thank you again to all you volunteers and everybody out there working so hard. Also want to give a special shout out to the, I won't say it, we'll say the soup lady. I want to give a special shout out to her because every single day she is working hard. Every single day she's making sure that at least me gets a plate. She will chase me down to make sure I eat every day. And if it weren't for her, I probably wouldn't eat a lot at all. So thank you. Personally, thank you. Everybody, please give her a round of applause. In the next coming days, as we relocate to the back, that woman and her team is going to be extremely instrumental in feeding us. So
seriously, that woman deserves all the praise, and her team. She's amazing. Thank you for everything that you're doing. Thank you. Yes, sir.
There's 2 people that are leaving today. There are medical people. They were with the convoy with the emergency medical. John and Kim.
John and Kim, raise your hand.
Right there. They're leaving today. Oh, they're amazing.
They're leaving today.
For everything that they did.
Thank you for everything you guys have done. I don't like finding out this way, but thank you for everything you've done. Guys, give them a round of applause. They've stayed up all night. They've done a lot. You guys are family. You guys are family. We love you, and we hope you can find your way back here shortly. But we understand. And before you guys leave, make sure we talk. Thank you. Thank you. It's our pleasure to have you here and a part of this family. You're welcome. The next thing I got is, I forget why.
Volunteering in the medical tent and in the kitchen.
Oh, that's right. This young lady here. Wendy, you need to go speak to her. The soup, our soup lady. I will not say the other word. So the soup lady. The politically correct soup lady. Soup mama. That's what I'm going to call her. Soup mama. That is now known as soup mama. Soup mama. Yeah. So get with her. She'll get with that. And as far as the other volunteering man that you were interested
She's smiling.
in
She likes
medical,
the name.
turn around. And those 2, before they leave, will make sure that you are in touch with whoever you want. This is great. That's like the information circle. Okay. Other than that, look, let's have a great day today. We're plugging away. And yeah, I got you, buddy. I got you. I'll do it right now. Raise your hand up high. This gentleman right here is going to be handing out this paperwork. He's leaving today also. Is that correct? He'll be leaving. He's been with us for quite a while. But he has a lot of information, and he's extremely knowledgeable about the 10th Amendment. Before the convoy kicks off, we'll set up down there too at the moment. He's got some DVDs or CDs or something, right? Both? Okay. Both. DVDs and CDs. Go see him. He's got a lot of information about the 10th Amendment.
They shut down traffic next week for everybody in the country.
What?
They're trying to shut down traffic for everybody in the country next week.
Why?
Save fuel.
So they're going to try to shut down traffic? Huh. We're not shutting down. Oh. You know, yes, ma'am.
That's say a special thanks to the mechanics that got me up and running so that I could join today because I missed yesterday.
Well, here, why don't you tell them yourself? Come here.
Good job.
Thank you to the awesome mechanics that helped the old people get their motorhome up and running again.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously, another hats off to all the mechanics out here working hard, keeping everything. But yeah, thank you guys very much. I mean, seriously, everybody here is working so hard together. We have an amazing community here, and I'm so proud of what this has become and what continues to go on. And regardless of any of the media, what they're saying out there, we continue to prove them wrong day after day after day after day. And if they would just actually come down here and spend even just a day with us, I think they would see what this is really about. I'm going to bring up someone else. What, Marcus? Yes, Marcus? Okay, yeah. We are slowly moving everybody into the back, okay? Please wait until you're directed to move back, though, because we have to have it set up a certain way. So there's some order back there. If you're already back there, hang tight. We're not moving you. You should be fine. Hold 1 second, please. We're going to be moving the medical tent, information tent, all that stuff will be getting moved back there today. More than likely today, the information tent, all that stuff is going to already be moving back down there. As you see, Mike Landis' step deck is already back there. That'll be the stage going forward. Every day we'll be meeting over there from now on the step deck. So, starting tomorrow, or tonight, this evening, start on that stage over there? Okay. So tonight we'll be meeting on the step deck out in the back 40. We call that the back 40. So we'll be meeting out in the back 40 tonight. Otherwise, is that it from you, Marcus? What else you got, buddy? You might as well just come up here, dude.
Get on up.
Here you go, Marcus.
I don't want to do this, but there's somebody just brought to my attention about we do have a suggestion bucket, and put your suggestions in it. We do read them all. And also, there's people that live in the sticks, live in the hollers, live in places where they don't watch TV, they don't have cell phones, like they don't get online, they don't do anything like that. They have no idea, but they'd like to know. They'd like to get information. So anybody that's here that knows people like that, has friends and family, let them know. Just call them and put an article in the paper. They read newspapers. Put an article in the paper or something. Just do an update on the paper because, we're not getting TV coverage or really much media coverage other than live streamers here. So thank you guys again. I know Brian said that. I just can't thank you guys enough for doing what you're doing here.
Thank you, Marcus. I do want to talk about there is another convoy coming.
Nice.
They are expected to arrive Monday.
Yeah!
Monday. It is, what are they called? The American Freedom Convoy? Yeah? He's looking, double checking. I believe it's American Freedom Convoy 2022. I don't know why we keep putting dates, but that's what we do. American Freedom Convoy coming in. They're coming from multiple directions again. I'm told there's at least 40 trucks waiting on one of the individuals in Tennessee. In Tennessee right now, waiting to gear up to come on in. So our numbers are plussing back up. They'll continue to plus up. Remember that this is the kind of movement where you get big and small, big and small, big and small. Folks got to go home. They got to go make some money, and then they come back. Other people that haven't been a part of it yet, but really want to come and can't believe we're still here, so they're coming on down. So that's going to happen a lot. That's going to flex a lot. So just hang in there. Remember, we're one big family, and we got this. We're going to win this. And, the states are starting to gear up. We got a lot of good things going. A lot of good things going. What about Texas? God bless Texas.
Jerry and Scrappy Doo from Texas.
Okay. You got Brian, originally from Pennsylvania, now living in Northwest Ohio. I'm here. Who's all my Ohio people? Raise your hand. All right, who's my Pennsylvania people? Right on. Nice. So we got Pennsylvania, we got Ohio, we got Washington State here. Got Washington. We have Canada here.
Roll.
See, we're from all over, man. Hold on, guys. Hold on. They became Thelma and Louise. And they're going to try to get Texas together.
I was like, where's my Ohio people?
They got to go home tonight.
The best is yet to come, all y'all.
The best is yet to come, she says.
Thanks, guys.
LA Texicans? Are you an LA Texican? The point is, we come from all over, and we're going to continue to bring people in from all over. We're going to get bigger. We're going to get smaller. We're going to get bigger. We're going to get smaller. Don't feel deflated or defeated like the Republican Congress members right now in the House.
We are out here.
Don't act like them. Don't feel like them. We're better than them. We know we're better than them. And it's time to remind them that they work for us. I'm not Mike. I'm Brian.
I did it.
What?
There's like 17 mics here.
Right. You're looking for a DVD of the Convoy to play on the big screen.
I got one right here. Come on over.
You got a DVD of the Convoy? Oh, gotcha. I don't know if anybody has one. Did anybody make one? Has anybody made a DVD of the Convoy already? Oh, the movie Convoy. I thought you were talking about our Convoy. Our Convoy is way better than the movie Convoy. Come on. I'm just kidding.
Hey, we're making movies right now. We're making movies right now.
So if anybody has the movie Convoy on DVD, they are looking for it to be able to play it in the back on a movie screen back there. So if you have it, please come and see the gentleman in the cowboy hat.
His name's Mike.
Or Mike. Ohio Mike. Ohio Mike. See him and he'll hook you up with hook him up with the movie. All right. Anyway, I don't know. Okay. We need a mechanic over here at the end of the stage, please. Somebody, mechanic, a young lady over here would like to speak with you briefly. Okay. Here we go. Anyways, as I was saying, please don't let this, as the crowd gets smaller, don't let that make you feel defeated. It's not over yet, and we're growing. Convoy's arriving Monday with at least 40 trucks from Tennessee. I'm told Washington State's coming in again. I'm told there's some from Montana and the Dakotas. I'm told there's some from Nebraska and Iowa. I'm told there's some from Florida. There are people that are that have went home from here, but are coming back, and right now they're rallying a bunch of people to come back.
Yes, they are.
So it's working. What we're doing is working, and let's keep it going. I love you guys. God bless. I'm going to bring up someone that's going to share a story. What?
Gigi.
I'm going to bring up Gigi. Yeah, I was getting there.
You never said Wisconsin.
I mean, does anybody really care about a state like Wisconsin? I'm just kidding.
Uh-oh, you guys might have to come rebuttal that in person.
Wisconsin folks.
Get down here and rebuttal. Show some love for Wisconsin. Get the Wisconsin people out here.
For saying that about Wisconsin, but she's wearing a Yankees hat.
We're going around Wisconsin or Madison this weekend and next weekend.
Okay. They're doing what?
Going around Madison.
They're going convoying around Madison.
What you said.
Nice. Right on. Thank you, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, stand
up. I
up.
was really saying it because you're wearing a Packers hoodie.
I do that for my Dallas guys.
That's even worse. Don't raise your hand, dude. We can get into that stuff later. That's nighttime talk. Anyways, I love you all. God bless. I'm going to bring up somebody to share a story. I'll let her explain who she is and where she's from. And
Gigi.
I briefly read some of the story, and I think it's just fitting that she closes it out to remind everybody what we're doing here. I love you all. God bless. Have a safe day.
Very clear. Awesome, Ann. Thank you for letting me know that.
7 p.m. tonight. 7 p.m. tonight. 7 p.m. tonight at the Step Deck in the back 40. Love you all. God bless.
Hi guys, I'm a little nervous. So I have been a nurse for. But you just spit in it.
You want a mask?
Are you vaccinated?
No, I'm not vaccinated. You're safer because I'm not. You want me to hold this for you?
Sure. So this is just my story. The beginning of 2020, I was working in a hospital. I was a supervisor educator. I had worked in healthcare, traveled, float pool, so many different things, and now had landed a position I could educate the next generation and current to use critical thinking. I worked with a manager I loved, and I was free to be an advocate for nurses and patients at this job because I knew and was respected by most of the staff at the healthcare facility. So when COVID-19 erupted, I, of course, like everyone, was a little scared, but do what I always do. I jump into action and I educate myself and others. So I did. I got shields and donated hard hats and made face shields for the nurses. I handed them out to the staff at both hospitals and continued to learn. Then we realized we had shut down all our services and we didn't have the COVID craziness they said would come. Instead, the hospital went into the red financially and we had meetings every day that seemed not to be helping. We started getting COVID patients. We actually had the first death arise from our county in North Carolina, which he didn't suggest was here, but they are, Mama Trucker. This patient was about 300 pounds and refused intubation. He walked into the facility with an oxygen level of 60. He got transferred out and ended up dying from a stroke related to COVID. This is when I had to step down from my position and start working the floor. The hospital didn't have enough money to pay for my position anymore, and we had no staff. That is when I decided to leave this hospital and go educate myself more. I took a staff development position at a facility they were turning into 100% COVID positive nursing home residents. So we got nursing home residents from all over the state. I was able to educate staff on PPE, on respiratory status, and on infection control. I saw that with examining labs, these patients were given blood thinners as needed and vitamins. We had a 94 to 95% survival rate. Fast forward to December 2020. This is when they started giving COVID shots to staff and patients. It was optional at this time, and I kept my opinions to myself, but opted out. I didn't trust this. I hadn't researched it for myself. Some staff members that got it, they were mad that I had told them not to, but this wasn't my job yet. I didn't know. One staff member ended up having an enormous cyst on her ovary they thought was cancer. I remember one staff member about 2 hours after her shot. She sat down in a chair in front of me. She didn't look good. I asked her
I
what
am
was
not
wrong.
walking
She said
away.
things
I'm
were
not
spinning and she
muting. I'm
wasn't
going to let
sure.
her speak.
I took her vitals. Her blood pressure was 190 over 100. She didn't have a history of this. We called her family and sent her to the ER. She stayed there and was given IV meds to reduce her blood pressure. From that day out, she didn't come back to work. I was unable to reach her. I don't know what happened, but I know she lived, but at what cost. I worked at this facility for 7 months. I never once got COVID, tested every week. During this time while I worked at the COVID facility, my oldest daughter worked at Walmart. I begged her to wear an N95. I didn't know everything about COVID, but I did know it was airborne, and that was the only mask to help in any way. My oldest is a rebel. She does what most liberals do. She virtue signaled with her cute cloth mask and went about her day. I love my daughter, even with her own choices and craziness. Well, one day I came home and she said, "Mom, everything hurts." I said, "Just go to bed and sleep. We'll see how you feel tomorrow." The next day I went to work. I came home early and said I was going to take her to get tested. On the way to the truck, my daughter said, "My chest hurts." My heart immediately sunk. But knowing what I did, I took her to the ED. She was tested for COVID. It was negative. I knew they were wrong, but I didn't care. It meant I could be with her. Her troponin cardiac enzyme was elevated. Normal is less than 0.03. Hers was 0.07. This one wasn't huge, but it was elevated in a 20-year-old with chest pain. They admitted her for observation. They released her the next day. I made her lay down as soon as we got home. Her heart rate was in the 160s and she was short of breath. I knew this wasn't the last of it. Sorry guys if I get a little blustered right here.
It's okay, you got this.
The next day I was getting ready and she begged me to help her with a bath. I filled the bath lukewarm because I felt she needed to be careful with heat. As she was getting out, I was helping her dry off. She looked at me and said, "Mom, I don't feel well. Something is wrong." Right in front of me, my daughter dropped. She fell to the floor. I screamed. I didn't feel her pulse. She was unconscious. I yelled for my husband to call 911. I got her flat on the floor and had my hands onto her chest. Being an ER nurse, it came naturally, but being a mom, I was torn up. She jerked a little. I felt for a pulse again, and she had one. Slightly, my hearing came back. I heard my 12-year-old screaming. I heard my husband on the phone. I heard my 7-year-old crying. And then I heard the fire rescue men walk in. I was hovered over my naked 20-year-old, her eyes slowly opened, and I was explaining to fire rescue what happened. I covered my daughter with a towel, and we picked her up on the stretcher. As they took her to the ambulance and I got her some clothes and rushed to my truck to follow her to the hospital, I was shaking. I got in the truck and called the manager and my friend to talk to me while I drove. I was screaming and bawling. It was a moment I will never forget. When we got to the hospital, the doctor came in and we told her what happened. She did blood work and tests. Her troponin was now 0.17. Her CT showed opacities in her lung and fluid around her heart. I said, "I'm sure this is COVID and it's pericarditis from it." The cardiologist didn't agree. The hospitalist wanted to discharge her. I refused this and asked for an echo. She was admitted, then the nurse on the floor came in and said, "Oh, they want to put her on COVID protocol, and that means," I cut her off. I said clearly I told them from day one what this was, and they ignored until I almost did CPR on my own child. "You will have to get security to remove me." They stopped the COVID protocol, and she got her echo and diagnosis of pericarditis, pleural effusion, viral pneumonia, and they started colchicine, aspirin, and Motrin. She followed up with a month of bed rest. I add this to my story because it was traumatic, but also to show what COVID does when you don't have the right treatment early. I didn't know about ivermectin then. I didn't know about the early treatment I could have provided for my own daughter. I was educated and I did not know. I also add this to my story because my daughter, after she healed and wanted to go to college, they required the COVID shot. I begged her not to get it, told her there were side effects. She again didn't listen. She got the Johnson & Johnson shot. She thought one and done. I cried. She got the shot mid-2021. In November 2021, my daughter texted me and said, "What does it mean when I can't walk to the bathroom without getting short of breath?" Again, I told her it means you need to go to the hospital. Go to the nearest one and I will meet you there. When I got there, they called her back. I told the ER nurse, "I think she has pericarditis from her history and the J&J. He said, "Yeah, I have seen a lot." He continued to say, "When I saw my first 17-year-old STEMI, which is a heart attack, I knew something was wrong." After some blood work, my daughter's D-dimer was 892. Normal is less than 0.5. She got a CT to look for blood clots. It was negative for a PE. The doctor then came in and said, "Well, we will walk her around and see how she does." I again said, "I think she has pericarditis and now microclotting from the shot." He laughed at me and said, "No, it's probably fine." So we walked her. Her heart rate went to the 150s and her O2 went to 92. I again refused for her to be discharged and for her to see cardiology and get an echo. So we did, and she did. The echo showed another pleural effusion, pericarditis, and she was to see cardiology and pulmonology to follow up. She was placed on colchicine course again, longer this time, Motrin, and I put her on vitamins and nattokinase, which is a natural blood thinner. She is doing much better today, but she now has worse anxiety. She's scared to get sick. She hasn't taken a hot shower since the time she collapsed, and she is not back to her usual physical activities. I speak this story of my daughter because I feel like I should have treated her early with ivermectin and vitamins. When I knew about them, my husband got COVID, and he was fine in a day with ivermectin. When I got it, which I'll tell you how I got it, I took ivermectin and had to do doxy, Z-Pak, and prednisone because I masked it worse, so I was a little worse. My youngest two got it. I just increased their vitamins, used homemade quinine, and included quercetin and zinc. I feel bad because my oldest suffered at the hands of health care she got, and I failed her too. I should have known, but I was not educated on it when she got sick. This is why I keep pushing to educate others and not allow another young, healthy person to fall because our health system is controlled by non-critical thinking individuals that refuse to learn. Now, when I got COVID, I was working as a travel nurse. Now, you remember I worked in a hospital when it started and in a 100% COVID positive facility and never got sick. I got COVID from shedding, from the shots being given. I work in a small facility in the mountains. Thank God it's a low vaccination area. However, I still saw the horrible side effects of this shot. I have actually kept records and will one day put them all together, maybe write a book about them, so this part of history does not get forgotten. A few I will talk about. I had a patient that was having increased seizures. She had a history of seizures, but had not had one for years until she got the Moderna. She said, as soon as I got it, I had a seizure that night. She then said she had 5 to 6 seizures a day since the shot. The doctor came out and said, gee, she's crazy, huh? When I went to discharge her, she was crying. I sat down and said, this is real. I believe you. You need to report it to VAERS and call Moderna and report it. She said, thank you. She wrote down the information and walked out. When I went to clean her room after she left, I got shocked. And I don't mean a tiny shock, I mean it hurt, and I had to walk out without finishing. Ever since that day, the static electricity while cleaning rooms after patients leave is constant. Another story, it was a long night, and we were busy with very critical patients. A couple came in. The boyfriend was carrying the girlfriend. He said we were going to go on a trip, but she just wasn't acting right and wouldn't wake up. This woman was not alert. She was breathing but appeared very sick. The rapid COVID was positive. She was in septic shock from COVID. We had to intubate her and put her on medications for her blood pressure and sepsis. The boyfriend was sitting on a chair in the hallway crying. I sat next to him and put my hand on his shoulder. He said, how is this possible that she has this? They paid her $100 last week to get the shot. I said, what? He said the health department paid people $100 to get the COVID shot, so she can't have it. I just kept my hand on his shoulder and let him cry. Inside I was boiling. I came onto a shift and had a 38-year-old that had been intubated. He had no medical history and had come in by EMS after he collapsed at home. He had COVID and blood clots. I talked to his wife on the phone and she stated he got the COVID shot 2 days prior and had been short of breath since. I told the doctor. She said, it looks like he got the shot too late. This was the response of a medical provider providing his care. It made me angry and sick. This man died a few days later, probably labeled unvaccinated death because it was not 14 days out of his second shot. It was 5 days after his first. I came on to shift and had a very sick man. He had COVID and was on BiPAP. His wife was there with him and she was tearful. I talked to her and him and asked her what happened to get him to this point. She said she didn't know, that he had had both shots and wasn't supposed to be sick. I stood there wanting to scream. The shots do nothing. But I listened. I went out and looked in the computer. He had been there the whole day in the ER. He had an echo done. It showed that he had some strain on his heart and high pressures in his lungs. As I sat there, I listened to the off-going doctor giving a report to the oncoming doctor. He was talking about another patient that was there on oxygen. He snickered and said, and he is not vaccinated. I snapped. I looked at him and said, well, what about the one in there who is doing worse and is vaccinated? He quickly said, well, he doesn't have his booster. I know my face became red in anger, and I just got up and walked away. The wife of this patient was crying. I went back in the room, and I cried with her. I prayed with her. She pulled out awards and showed me that he was a veteran. He fought in the guerrilla wars and had won awards. They were in the process of getting U.S. veterans benefits, but hadn't yet, and could I please help? I called the transfer center. I pleaded to get this guy transferred. I relayed that he was a hero and that he did what he was supposed to do and is now dying. Nothing was done. I went to the doctor. I asked him if he could give him vitamins, ivermectin, and sildenafil, that he needed them to survive. He laughed at me, said he would get in trouble for giving them. Instead, the patient got admitted. I came back the next week and he was still there. I went upstairs and he was intubated and prone. After speaking with his wife, she told me about their 4 children, the fact that all her family was in Laos, how she didn't know what she was going to do if he didn't make it, that they had given him remdesivir and other medicine and nothing was working. I again cried with her and prayed with her and told her I would continue to pray for her and him. Fast forward 1 more week, when I came back, I had been informed that he passed away. I didn't get to see the wife again. It haunts me how many stories there are. I have many more. So many nurses and healthcare providers have many more. So when I was in the hospital with my daughter in November 2021, I joined Telegram. I joined an Australian Christian healthcare workers group. I was sad to hear what was going on in Australia and wanted to pray for and with them. Instead, they prayed for me and my daughter. The few that I talked to were able to help me get through the horrible moment in my life. It was God that led me there into the Patriot pages after that. So then I got involved in the NC pages and then the Convoy. I volunteered and became Care Packages 81. I helped with donations for our group. Never having done anything like this, I was able to get a huge storage full of care packages and donations and even gift cards. I then adopted a trucker, Mama Trucker, as I thought everyone should, to have a personal responsibility to improve this situation. And I could not have gotten all the donations without the team we had in North Carolina. It was awesome. I also, as a nurse educator, have been trying to educate those around me. The people I work with know me as the psycho-ivermectin nurse. My husband sometimes jokes and asks if I want a foil hat, he says with love, and my nurse counterparts in North Carolina have yelled at me. I wrote an educational letter, I won't read it because I don't have it, that I started distributing around to the staff at hospitals in North Carolina. One morning as I was doing this with another awesome nurse, a nurse came and started yelling at me. She said in no way was I a nurse, nor was I educated. She said I was spreading propaganda and should be ashamed. She asked security if they could remove me. I was on a public sidewalk, so they couldn't. Inside my heart always sinks in these moments. I get embarrassed, I question myself, I ask God if I'm really doing his work. But on the outside I smiled while this nurse threw my letter back at me, jumped around because she was so angry. I said, if you don't believe me, just research it. She said, I don't have to. I worked the last 2 years in it. I just said, well, have a good day. Here's the problem we have in this world, not just in healthcare, but overall. We have too many that close their eyes, their mind, their heart. We have too many that say, I am smart enough, I work in it, is it peer reviewed? Everyone wants to depend on others they think are smarter than them to make choices for them. And if it's accepted by many, they accept it too. But the ones that truly make the best changes for the world are the ones that go against the grain. It's the ones that stand up and speak the truth when they get called a psycho or spreader of propaganda or all the other things I have been called and laughed at. Every time someone says these things, I will admit my heart hurts. But it also makes me stronger and more willing to fight. When the fight gets harder, I just get stronger. This is part of my story of the last 2 years. I know some have had it harder. I know the wives of 2 men who have had it harder than I can imagine. I have met some wonderful people in this last 6 months that I now call my friends. I have an adopted trucker that is an amazing, strong, beautiful woman that I am proud to call a friend. I met a nurse that has lost her job and still helps me with spreading the truth and traveled with me to pass out care packages. I met another friend that helped me make signs and posters for me to spread the truth. I could go on, but I will stop. God is in control and has his hands in this mess we are in. We have to fight, all of us in different ways, but none more important than the other. It's always been good versus evil, and this is no different. So keep fighting, keep standing up, and even when the evil seems to be winning, keep the smile on your face and let God handle your broken heart, because the evil never wins.
Great speech. Unlike other streamers, I kept my camera rolling.
I didn't expect all that, but wow. Wow. There's a reminder, I hope, of why we're doing what we're doing, and I hope that motivates you today to keep doing what we're doing and to help bring others down here and continue to share these stories. There's so many like hers around the country, around the world, that it's unbelievable.
Here come the people
that we
the
continue to live
over.
like this. It's unreal. That's why I say it's not a right issue, it's a left issue, it's an American issue, because it's an issue for the people. We're suffering. The people are suffering in the United States and globally we're suffering. I'm very proud to have a over the phone relationship with an individual helping to organize Australia right now to stand up. I'm very proud of that dialogue that we have going back and forth, and I think I didn't get to last night, but tonight I'll probably be doing a live video with him if we can arrange it. You know, we're a little bit opposites of time, but we'll try to get that going some more. I'm very proud to see people around the world standing up, because this is truly is a violation of your human rights, your God-given rights. This
Inalienable.
is a human rights violation on a global scale, and it's time that around the world,
the whole world,
that everybody stands up, that everybody fights back, resist. Don't get the jab. Don't get the jab if you don't want it. I don't know. Like I said before, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a nurse. I am not in a position to tell you whether it's safe to take or not. I'm not that person. But I know enough that you should have the choice.
Same here. Do
That
your own
you
research.
should have the choice, and that's what it's about.
Choice.
That you have the choice. That other stuff, if it is bad, that shakes out later. We find that out, and hopefully those people are held accountable for forcing people to take something that was so harmful. So, anyways, God bless. I love you guys. Remember, same plan as yesterday. For more information on what's going on, go onto the website, thepeoplesconvoy.org. The information's on there. And for those of you at home right now looking to get involved, start gearing up your states. We need you at the state level. Monday, we look forward to the American Freedom Convoy showing up. Can't wait to see you guys. God bless. Be safe, everybody.
Thanks, Brian. So that was a beautiful story. I am not afraid to let people speak.
Hey, one more thing. I'm sorry, one more thing. I do want to say, and maybe we shouldn't say it till afterwards, but there is something going on. Have any of you seen the school, when you go by, the kids that come out waving every morning when the convoy goes by? This morning, thanks to this gentleman, he has organized some trucks to go over and hang out with the kids. So they're going to go over and pay a visit to those kids. So thank you for that.
Yes, thank you. Sorry about the video there. I'm adjusting my setup here.
Real quick, they also have the veterans meeting over by the grandstand again, same place that you had it the other day. So veterans,
I'm gonna set you guys back up on the tripod, and I'm gonna tear down my other tripod. So just bear with me while I pack up here, and then we'll get heading around.
Is that veterans meeting now?
Yeah.
Okay, I got my backpack. We're in the mobile setup for streaming. Gonna get it just adjusted here a little bit better. Hi.
You're something for what you're doing. I want to hand it to you personally, not, cash up, whatever.
But thank you so much. I appreciate it. She just gave me a donation. Thank you so much. I just, I feel like, I don't know. I feel blessed. That's all I gotta say. We need gas money for the convoy, so if you guys want to donate to the convoy as well, AFCLF.org, searching for the People's Convoy. We're gonna be packing up my chair. Yeah, my Rumble is MindPod. Due to upload times and just being out here on the ground, I haven't really had time to build my Rumble channel. I did eat already, Goose Gander. But yeah, drop Rumble. Please get Rumble and drop YouTube. I keep saying, in order to awaken the masses, you have to be where they are, using the devil's instruments against him. I do have a Rumble in case things get sticky. It's MindPod, one word. Like I said, I don't have any content uploaded due to upload times and me being out here, but I made a backup just in case I do get taken down. But this is a fight. This is informational warfare, guys. In my opinion, we're fighting to get the facts. So I'm going to let people speak. We have the First Amendment on our side. We have the Bill of Rights on our side. Like this, it frustrates me when I see these streamers just mute people and walk away. Like, they can run their channels how they want, but that's not that's not helping get the word out. It's not helping get the word out, and they've been conditioned to be scared, whether or not they're doing it for you know, to stay up and get some word out. I don't know, but we have to shut this down medically. And if we can't let the nurses speak, if we can't let the doctors speak, that's a problem in my eyes. Oh, I left my coffee here. I was wondering where I put that. Rumble doesn't have section 230. I'm not really too familiar with that. I'll have to look into that. Thanks for that info. I'll have to check that out. I might get some more food. I don't think I'm going to be convoying today. I'm going to take a shower. And I have been working on some other things, but I'm also going to be spreading the message about breathing today. Today's message is breathing. And it looks like Jersey Jay's stream's over here. I wonder if he's muted. I'm going to go tell his stream to breathe. Censorship. Let's see if he's muted real quick. Hey everyone on Jersey stream, are we live? Do we have audio? I can't tell. I don't use the same software. If we're live, I got a message to give you guys. Let's look. We're gonna see if they're online. Live. Okay, audio is live. Guys, so I'm spreading the message about breathing, and when we get into conflicts and blood pressure rises, how we forget to breathe sometimes. And we've all been in altercations and stuff, and something I've been spreading around is, you know, when singers sing, one of the most important things to do is to breathe. And even right now, I'm talking, and I've got a lot to say, and I'm forgetting to breathe, right? So I dare you to take 5 seconds or 5 repetitions and just do a couple breaths and see how you feel. Have a good day.
Did you see him in there?
What?
Did you see him in there?
No.
He's getting ready to go.
Oh, is he getting ready to convoy?
Yeah, we're going with Donna. He's waiting at the campsite. I don't know what he's doing.
Okay. He just leaves his stream running. I was like, I'll entertain the people.
No, he does.
Okay. Slow your breathing down. Nice, thanks. Breathe, yes. Everybody on Jersey J stream, thank you for listening. My name is Alex Glasgow, Glasgow. I'm going to be spreading the message of breathing today. See ya. Okay. Stream share lets you stream both at once, just in case. Yeah, you have to pay for that though. I'm out here on a budget. I was supposed to start working before Thanksgiving. I actually lost 2 jobs, so yeah, I'm out here on a budget. I think I might get like another bite of food real quick. One nation, under God, upholding our Constitution, limited government, private property rights, secure borders, lower taxes, vote conservative. You know, I think that's what we need right now, is a little bit of, yes, the Bill of Rights, in God we trust, right? Our nation was founded in God, right? Under God. Right to self-defense, personal accountability, economic mobility, national sovereignty. Okay, we skipped around, but it's okay. I did it very elegantly.
That's what we all voted for. Look what we got.
Yes, sir. Look what we got. We got ourselves a convoy.
Yep, we got it. Yep. There's one that started the convoy.
Because of
Yeah.
how things have been handled.
You see what we're doing tomorrow?
What are you doing tomorrow?
We're doing a Patriot picnic in D.C.
Oh, what?
Called a Patriot picnic.
Oh, a Patriot picnic.
In D.C. is what we're planning on doing.
Oh, that's what you're planning on doing? Yeah, it is live. So when, where, how, why, all the questions, all the fixins. What's the answers there? When, where, how, why?
Yeah, so we're just organizing people to kind of on our own accord.
Speak up, please. I can't hear you.
Do you think it's good for it to be?
What?
Oh, it's all good.
Do you want it muted?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, if we're having a picnic in a public park, okay, back. So there's some interesting stuff being planned. We're gonna try to organize some things and get people fed. So stay tuned for more details on that. I'm gonna get some more eggs. Ooh, they added turkey bacon to the list. Mmm, yummy. Ranch potatoes? I'll take some of those. Good morning. do you don't think you can finish it all? I'll take some if you don't.
It's delicious.
I'll have
a go at it.
Okay.
Thank you.
No, I would like turkey bacon and ranch potatoes and a little bit of egg casserole. I ate this morning. I just wanted a little top off, you know. Hi. Yeah. It was it? I forget. I was trying to remember the names. I had an interview with them.
I don't know anybody's name.
Esther? Is it Esther? Yes, hi. Hi. Yeah. I was trying to remember you guys' names because if I don't say it out loud, I'll forget it.
Yes,
Yeah,
Esther.
Esther, and your sister's name is Tabitha.
Yes.
Yeah, she said hello, and I was
Esther
like,
Ruth on YouTube.
Esther what?
Ruth.
Esther
On
Ruth?
YouTube.
Okay. Esther Ruth on YouTube,
One
guys.
with all the convoy stuff.
Yeah. I say the same thing. Thanks, Esther.
Is this what you said you wanted?
Perfect. Yes. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. So we got a little extra food. I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat it all, but it's okay. Oop. I was actually kind of interested in helping somebody else eat their food, but that's okay. We'll see if we can plow this down. Go ahead, guys. Go ahead. All right. So let's see. Get some fork. Oh, we got salt and pepper right there. Nice. So salt or a fork.
Nicely come and bring back and get it.
Okay. Yeah. Just keep me posted because I tomorrow I want a convoy.
Yeah.
And today I'm
I
showering.
think like around 12 to 4. Because usually you can only park till 4.
Okay.
We'll probably meet there around like lunchtime. We'll just chill. I don't know
Okay.
where it's going to be.
We don't know where it's going to be. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to try to feed the homeless. Yes, it will be announced. So stay tuned for that. I mean, we're just trying to spread some love and, feed the homeless and stuff. So, all right, guys, I'm going to sit down. Yeah, bro. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna put the camera on myself and eat, I guess. I don't know. I don't normally do this. It's kind of weird for me, but whatever. All right. Did that female TV camera person record it and listen to the meeting? Are you talking about the local news network that was here yesterday? I went up and confronted her. It was very interesting. If you guys haven't watched that little interview I had with her, you guys should do that. It was a good example on why we need to breathe, which is today's message, breathing. Okay, we're gonna try to spread that message around today and get people to breathe, lower their blood pressure, and be able to control their voices. He looks homeless in this commune now. Are you talking about me? Well, I'm living in my car. There's no apartments out here, so. I thought it was a pretty level and decent chat. Jess Olson, are you talking about the one with my with the local news outlet? Somebody in my chat earlier wanted me to show my face, so I guess I'm gonna eat and show my face. That's not about me normally. That's why I never do this face thing. I'm just trying to spread the knowledge. And you know, it irritates me when these live streamers have to mute and then walk away. I understand why they're doing it. But if we can't let these medical staff and these medical professionals speak their truth, then are we really getting the word out? Yes, I was glad I was there for that as well. I don't know if he wants the credit, but Jeff from Sequel Zero called me, and good morning. And he let me know that there was a little bit of an altercation. And being that the Daily Beast likes to try to slander us, I decided to go have a chat with the local news network. I'm glad I did that. I think I helped bring a little bit of mediation to the table when I talked to her, because she was a little upset. She didn't want to talk to me when I first got over there. Carl, yeah, I'm eating. Go ahead and ask. And thank you for donation suggestions. Yeah, no, Alan, it's funny. They only show up when Daily Beast makes some ridiculous comment. I mean, why don't they come here when the trucks are rolling out, or like you said, at the meetings when we're having great conversations and updates on why we're here, what we're doing, etc. The sync, is the sync bad? Let me try this. Okay, so I'm gonna do a test. Ready? Testing 1, 2, 3. Let me know if the audio and video is in sync. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. If we could get clarification on the synchronicity of the audio and video, that'd be great. Carl, you were hoping I could add a suggestion to the box for you. What is your suggestion? If I like the message and I appreciate the message, I will definitely put a suggestion in the box for you. I'm gonna grab some ketchup. I'll be right back. All right, we are back with some ketchup. So Carl had a question. He wanted me to put not in sync. Ouch! Out of sync. Ouch! Ouch! Well, all right, I'm gonna restart my stream, I guess, guys. Come back in about 2 minutes. Hopefully that will fix the synchronicity of my audio and video. So we'll see you in a second.